So let's make a video of facts, right? About Maui. What we do know are facts. We do know that a few months back, the Maui government leaders wanted to turn it in and they signed the paperwork to make Maui the first smart city. But they couldn't do that. Why? Because the locals own most of the land where they wanted to start the smart city. It's been handed down from generation to generation, and the local Hawaiians do not want to sell. So this fire happens. We do know that the police blockaded the cars and the local people down on Front Street. They blocked them off. They guided them in direction. There's eyewitness after eyewitness that says that they guided them down that street and blocked that street off with 18-wheelers and patrol cars, and then they were nowhere to be seen. We do know that the Hawaiian government shut the water off the day of the fire. And we do also know that they canceled school that day, the same day this is going to happen. And there was 3,000 students missing and only 1,000 are accounted for. So that means there's still 2,000 children missing. Where do you think they are? No one's talking about that either. None of the government officials. And oh, by the way, all the government officials were all off the island that day. Nice. How convenient, right? We know that the police chief is the same police chief that was the chief in the Las Vegas shooting, you know, where there was supposedly millions of rounds of ammunition shot from only one guy from a window. And he was the same guy. And they found nobody. They never closed the case. They never solved anything and got swept under the rug. So he's the same police chief here in Maui, who also happened to sign himself up to be the coroner. So he's the only one that can look at the dead bodies, examine them, and say how they died. Huh. Isn't that convenient too? Shit is rich right here, right? Rich. And now we also know that after the fires, the elites and people like Zuckerberg and Oprah are trying to buy the land now for pennies on the dollar. Imagine that. Makes you think, right? What else do we know? We know that the military base on the other island is only 15 minutes away, but yet no military personnel showed up for a week and a half. How is that? How is that not the day of the fire? The next day, there wasn't thousands of military personnel there to help. The only thing they've seen is FEMA, which we've all heard the stories that they're holding back the water and the food, and all the other stories that we've heard and the facts that we do know about what's really going on. So it's pretty much a shit show. Oh, and the color blue, we've all seen that too. We know that the lasers don't go through blue, and there's two of the biggest lasers in the world, one in Alaska, one in Maui, and all the fires we've seen have done a straight cut line and didn't affect the houses next door. How does that happen?